What's going on, everyone? KJ here. Let's get right into my thoughts on round 1187 of Hajime no Ippo, titled Acceleration. All inspiration for the review came from the actual chapter. And also, links in the description below. But finally, Manga Stream, the place where I read my Hajime no Ippo and One Piece chapters, they finally numbered the chapters right, because what had happened was that right after round 1183, there was like a announcement saying George Morikawa, the author of Hajime no Ippo, was like, I have to take a couple weeks off, for health issues and stuff. So because of that, they put chapter 1184, Boulder, as 1185, thinking that the whole 2-week announcement was a chapter when it wasn't. So finally they numbered all the chapters right. So this is actually around 1187. Because I'm just so happy about that, because if it had been left untouched, there would have been so many chapters that would have been off by one, and I don't like that. But yeah, so let's get right into the important things segment. So Sendo explains that he came to Ippo's comeback match to see if he was really getting weaker, but after seeing Ippo's drastic changes, there's nothing to worry about. There are only 2 reasons why Ippo was seemingly having trouble. 1, his opponent is a southpaw and an outboxer, 2 things that can be deadly when put together. And 2, this is Ippo's first match after using the leg weight, so he's still getting used to it. And speaking of which, after that long pause we saw in the last chapter, Ippo finally charges in again, but this time it's extremely fast, like supersonic speed fast, that it catches Guevara off guard. But because Ippo still isn't used to, the leg weights and stuff, he's thrown off balance. But he gets back on track and hits Guevara with a crazy angled punch that sends Guevara off the ground for a little bit. So Guevara tries to increase the distance with jabs, but Ippo dodges all of them while closing the distance with his newfound speed. Ippo then catches up to Guevara and starts throwing power punches from various angles. That includes this important thing segment. My review starts now. This chapter was awesome, especially since we now have very little, if not nothing, to worry about regarding Ippo. And also, just a quick thing, I actually would have reviewed this chapter and 1188 on Thursday when they actually came out, but I hurt this hand here because at my job I take apart computer hard drives, so I pretty much overdid it and I had to take off from work. And of course Friday I was working, and so I wanted to wait till I was really free. But back to the chapter. Sorry for the interruption. But the reason I say very little regarding Ippo is because Ippo can still get hurt and he's taken a few hits in this match. But chances are he'll win. It's his comeback match, right? Does this mean that the whole, punch drunk scare and Ippo getting weaker is over now? Yes and no. Yes, because Ippo's new training allows him to generally take less damage because of his speed. The only reason why he's taking hits is because Guevara is a southpaw and an outboxer, so he's not really used to it. But if he was going up against an orthodox fighter, an in-fighter or an outboxer, he'd probably do a lot better. But no, because this is the world of boxing, so tragedies happen all the time, and they could very well happen to the protagonist. And after that little dialogue between Sendo and the others, we're finally beginning to see Ippo get used to his new body, new legs, the transition, all that stuff. After closing the distance with insane bursts of speed, Ippo almost managed to get in a punch but became off balance. But even though he was off balance, he was able to throw a crazy punch at Guevara, sending him off the ground. Goddamn, even though the last 2 chapters haven't really given us any major progress in this match, it's still amazing to watch Ippo literally beat the shit out of someone who supposedly has 2 advantages over him. And of course, Guevara tried to, create some distance with some jabs, but now that Ippo is finally getting used to his legs, he's able to close that distance immediately. And then we even saw Ippo chasing and catching Guevara as well. I mean, you'd think that Guevara would have the advantage in speed because he's an outboxer, but that is not the case at all. No. Guevara now is really starting to realize how much he fucked up, because he's literally seeing that Ippo can throw punches from practically any angle and still keep the crazy power he's known for. And at the end of the chapter, we see Ippo start to throw a crazy punch while on one foot, while Guevara seems to get ready to guard it. I'm loving this fight. I'm just, oh my god. Because every chapter is getting better and better, especially now that, Ippo has gotten the hang of using his legs after the whole leg weight training. But that concludes this review. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think of this chapter of Hajime no Ippo? Do you think the punch drunk scare and Ippo getting weaker are completely negated, or should we still have something to worry about? Were you shocked by Ippo's speed in this chapter? Did you get pumped up at the part when Guevara got sent off the ground? Because I know I was. Did you think the punch Ippo threw at the end of the chapter will connect? If you have any questions, theories, thoughts, suggestions, comments, or concerns, please let me know about them in the comments down below. With all that being said, until next time, I'll see y'all later.